which of the following best describes the study design? The study randomized patients to glutamate, antioxidants, both and placebo. Both or placebo. So you got glutamate, antioxidants, both or placebo. Okay, crossover could be possible. Cross-sectional, you're looking at risk factors and prevalence, not really factorial. It could be okay. Pragmatic means something that's practiced, so therefore it's external validation. Factorial, I have to go crossover, but it could be pragmatic. Factorial, okay, factorial. Let's see. Okay, so factorial study designs or fully crossover design is a type of experiment that utilizes more than two interventions and all combinations of these interventions. In this study, there were two main interventions: antioxidants and glutamate supplementations, resulting in four possible arms. So glutamate supplementation, antioxidant supplementations, both, neither, therefore placebo. So you either had glutamate, antioxidants, you had both of the drugs, or you had neither. So neither, therefore you use a placebo. Okay, so there was no crossing over, so that was completely dumb of me. So there was, I mean, you had both, but you're not crossing over. Although the authors randomized the patients to four arms, the results in the table provided are based on exposure or lack thereof of a glutamate / antioxidant. Should I say crossover? A crossover study is a type of experimental study design in which subjects are exposed to different treatments or exposures sequentially. The subjects arm crossover from one study arm to another and serve as their own control. So it would be glutamate, antioxidant, and then they would swap. So it would become antioxidant glutamate. A cross-sectional study is a general type of study, observational study in a specific population, or group is study the one person between, and therefore provide a cross-section of the group at this particular time point. Unlike crossover or factorial, the studies is not that is experimental. Unlike crossover or factorial, that is not experimental in nature. A nested study, and as a case control, is a form of retrospective observational study in which subjects or subsets of controls are matched to cases and analyzed for variable interest. So you have cases control, you're looking for risk factors. I guess over here you have like subsets of control. Okay. Pragmatic, I was thinking of that. So pragmatic study is seeks to determine whether the intervention works in real life. So we spoke about that. Pragmatic means it could be provided to a bigger population. This is contrasted with the explanatory study, which explanatory means you're like within a group, which it seems to address whether intervention is in optimal conditions. Okay, and how and why it does or does not work. In general, the randomized trials are considered explanatory. As the randomization, other methods to control confounders are not performed in the real world. Okay, so the last one is saying the randomized control trials. So you use a trial group, you use a placebo group, are considered explanatory. Okay, fine. As they basically they are going to be as the other methods to control for are not performed in the real world. So we can use this because even in the real world we don't even count for confounders. Okay, factorial study design is going to be your basically your is a type of experimental study design, uses more than two interventions, all combinations of intervention of these interventions. Basically, I'll explain it to you. Factorial basically means you're going to be using your one group, second group, you can use both of them, or you can just use a placebo. So it's like a four group kind of thing. Factorial is basically four group. So hopefully you found this very useful, and I hope to see you guys next time.